No more than 6,000 supporters of the late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah from the All Progressives Congress APC have joined the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA ahead of the Anambra State Governorship election scheduled for 8 November 2025. They were officially welcomed by the state governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo during a grand reception organized by the defecting supporters held at the International Convention Center in Awka on Tuesday. The supporters, who came from various groups working for the late senator, said they were inspired to join APGA to work for the re-election of Governor Soludo because they believe that, like Ubah, Soludo has the well-being of Anambra State at heart. While welcoming them, Soludo expressed his sorrow over Ifeanyi Ubah's untimely passing, revealing that he had a conversation with him shortly before his death, during which they planned for the senator to support his re-election. He pledged to find a way to immortalize him. Addressing the defecting members of the support groups, who are mostly from the All Progressives Congress APC, Soludo said, "I want to welcome you into the big tent of APGA. I want to welcome all of you back into the APGA fold." The leader of the defecting members of Ifeanyi Ubah's support groups from APC, Honorable Chuks Kemen Ogbonna, in his speech urged APGA members to accept them as part of the party, as they are joining to help build Anambra and support the re-election of Governor Chukwuma Soludo. He said, and I quote, "I speak today not just as Kemen Chuks Ogbonna, but as a vessel of a legacy, the legacy of Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, a giant whose footprints remain indelible in the sands of Anambra's history. With me, I bring the dynamic Ubah political family, a formidable army of believers in progress, who today lay down the banner of opposition to embrace the banner of partnership under the great umbrella of APGA. He promised to lead members of the group to work for Soludo to ensure his re-election in November as a way to sustain his achievements in Anambra State." Well, my condolences to the Ifeanyi Ubah and all of that. Mr. Fineface, if you can hear me, I would like to get your thoughts as regards to this defection from the APC to APGA in Anambra State. I mean, you and I knows that 2027, election 2027 is right around the corner, and we've seen series of defection. If you can hear me, I'd like to get your thoughts as regards to that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Victor. Thank you for this opportunity. I think one thing in Nigerian politics that is sacrosanct is movement from one party to the other. Is a norm in our political terrain. And you know, politics is all about interests. Political party is just like a house that has number of persons, individuals of different characters and attributes. And in that house, if you don't find yourself accommodated anymore in that house, you have to shun to leave and find a better place to stay. So the supporters of the late Ifeanyi Ubah, who moved from APC to APGA, just did what is expected of every politicians in Nigeria, who feels each time they feel they are not comfortable with the party, they will have to leave to look for a better place where they can find a good shelter or where they can be accommodated. So it's a normal thing. They have left the APC for the APGA.
All right, so what would this
in
mean?
Our system is working.
Okay, I think I quite get your thought there. What would this mean for the APC in Anambra State? I mean, what would it tell about the political structures in the political structure in Anambra State?
Okay, movement of 6,000 followers is not just a small thing from
right.
APC to the yeah. It has serious. It will have serious effect on the political party that of APC, because they have lost a number of supporters. But there are still time for 2027. Before the end of this year and next year, you begin to hear persons from APGA and other parties begin to migrate into APC as well. For me, for now, I believe that it is very likely to begin to conclude that it will have a ripple or even great effect on the political party APC. Let's forget about the influence of the national body on the state. But I believe that it is quite early for the movement, because from next year, later part of this year and early next year and towards the later part of next year, you will see a lot of defection moving from one party to the other, and APC will as well welcome so many persons too. But then this 6,000 that are just left doesn't mean that more persons will not leave the APC. But what I want to talk about, or my advice to the APC, is that what has caused this movement, this mass movement, they should look into it and handle it. Otherwise, it may cost them their 27 chances.
Well, that's a very pertinent question there, because also I was left wondering, I mean, if it wasn't for the death of Ifeanyi Ubah, would we have noticed this defection, I mean, the magnitude of this defection from APC to the APGA? But then it's also a matter of concern, considering the fact that November 8th is some months away. But the question is there any possibility that any other party might emerge, you know, probably stronger than the APGA? Because it appears that people are defecting to the APGA because it's already the ruling party. What do you think?
Well, if you look at the southeast, look at the southeast, other than the Imo State that PDP has always been on, you'll discover that particularly Anambra State, APGA has had a stronghold in APGA, so in Anambra State. So the possibility of any other party coming to take over from or becoming stronger than the APGA is there. That is, if like minds will come together to foster such movements. But other than that, I still see maintaining their stronghold in I still see APGA, yes, maintaining their stronghold in Anambra State. Yeah.
All right.